What's up? This is Mann from Consider the Source, here to do a drum lesson with you. Today we're going to take a look at the song Glide by Phish. Here's a sneak peek at the final beat and we'll break it down in just a second. Alright, before I get started, I want to give a shout out and thank you to my friend Will Clark in Atlanta, drummer with an awesome band called Funk You. If you don't know Funk You, check him out. Will requested I do a lesson on this song and beat about half a year ago. I apologize, Will, it's taken me a long time, mostly because I thought I knew what was going on, but I listened to the song and realized there's a lot more happening than meets the ear on the first listen. So let's see what's actually going on. We'll start off with the hi-hat. The hi-hat is stepping down on beats 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you notice, I'm counting them with a bit of a swing feel. Instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we're thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to step on the 2 and the 4 and splash or kick the hi-hats open on the ands directly following those beats. 1 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 4 and. And I actually like to kick the hi-hat pedal with the back of my heel. It helps me, I feel, get a nice consistent sound. So I'll go 1 and 2. You can also just step down slightly to get the splash if you want. 1, 2. But I prefer the kick. So whatever works for you, try them both out. Alright, so that's the hi-hat. We're going to take a look at the hands, and if you've noticed, I've already started here with 2 lines, writing down 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 measures for the left hand and the right hand, and we'll figure out what's happening. So with the left hand on the small cowbell, we'll start here, and you notice for this beat, all I have set up is 2 cowbells and a hi-hat. If you don't have 2 cowbells, you can try it on 2 rims or 2 drums or any 2 sounds in your kit, as long as you have 2 clear sounds to tell the difference of what's happening in each hand. Alright? So on the left cowbell, on the left hand, we're going to do a 5 pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But out of those 5, we're just going to play notes 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? So we're counting in 5 now, but in the song we need to count in 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm going to circle the 1 and 3rd note in every 5. So if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and then you notice the 4, 5 would be missing, but that last accent lands on a 1. So instead of where I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now I'll put it over 4, and it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. Okay? So that's playing this 5 rhythm, where you're playing 2 notes every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, put over 4. We'll do the same thing on the right hand, except the right hand's going to be playing a 7-note pattern. Out of the 7, we're going to play notes 1, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Place that in our sequence of 8th notes, and we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7 again is missing, but our last 5 lands on that 1. So the left hand is playing 1, 2, 3, and the right hand is playing. Okay? I circled the notes. You can see in some spots, for instance, this 1 and 2, both hands are together, but then they switch off. 3 is going to be a right hand, and is going to be a left hand together here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a new version showing when the hands are playing together and when they're separate. So I'll start off Separating this from the beginning, here's our left hand, here's our right hand. And on beat 1, we have both notes. On beat 2, we have both notes. 3, and then 4 is a rest, and we have both notes. So the first measure would look like this. 1, 2, 3, and. And we're resting on 4, so we're playing 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay? Now it's really clear to see which hands are playing in which beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's do the same thing with the other measures. So in this measure, we don't have anything on beat 1. We'll draw a little 8th note rest. And we have the left hand on the and then 2 and 3, rest on 4, so it's going to look like 2 and 3, and then 4 and. So again, it's really helpful to write out the rhythms and see when you have both hands playing together and when you don't. In this measure, none of the hands are playing together. And if I write the notes underneath, we're resting on 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and. So we're resting on 1, and play and 2, and 3, 4, and. 1, and 2, sorry, 1, and 2, and 3. So the first two measures now. Let's finish the last two measures here. Beat 1, we have left hand, and 2. 3 is going to be the left hand, and 4 and. So a little left, right to end this one here. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Alright, and then our final measure here, we have nothing on 1, both notes on and, nothing on 2, left hand on and, 3 is just going to be the right hand, nothing on and, 4, both notes, and then both notes on 1 to finish it up again. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1. Alright, so hopefully now this sort of makes a little more sense and you can see what's going on. And when you listen, hopefully you can hear the 2 beats playing in 5 on this cowbell, and the 3 beats playing in 7 on that one. Here they are together. Alright, here we go again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sorry about that, it's a little sloppy here. One more try. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Alright, that was much better. Now, what's missing is the hi-hat. We want to add the hi-hat. The hi-hat's going to be on every 2 and 4, like I said. And the very next note on the and kicking open. So every hi-hat's going to go 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and. Alright, and the first one is closed, and the second one is open. So here is the full notation for the whole beat with the open hi-hats, and this is until it repeats till it gets to beat 1. So here's with the full version with the hi-hats. Alright, now last little piece I'll throw in here is that this reset it on the 1, and Fishman does do this in some recordings, but in a lot of other recordings he continues this pattern and lets it cycle through kind of naturally. Instead of stopping it short and restarting it, it continues on and it takes a few measures to cycle. The reason for this is because if one hand is doing a pattern in 7 and one is doing a pattern in 5, they're gonna line up every 7 times 5, 35 notes as the lowest common multiple. Well, we don't have 35 notes here. We have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because they're eighth notes. 8, 8, 8, 32 notes. Well, it's a 35 note pattern. So if we didn't restart it here, like I said, this is ending on 1, but we're missing the last couple beats. We're missing 2 beats at the end. That's because we have 32, and then 33, 34, and then 35 would be the downbeat. So actually 3 more beats. So if you were to do this and cycle it through, at the end here where it ends on 1 naturally, instead of making this note the beginning again, you can restart this pattern by waiting 2 notes and starting on 1 and 2 and. So this whole thing could go 1, 2, 3 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and start it over again, and it kind of displaces the whole thing. Very tricky. I'm gonna let you guys figure that out if you want to figure out how this pattern goes on past these 4 measures. But here's these 4 measures to start. If you guys like this and you want to learn more about Phish songs, consider the Source songs, Led Zeppelin songs, Rush songs, any drum stuff in general, technique, beats, fills, whatever it is, send me an email, Jeffmann, Mann, drums@gmail.com, and we can do some Skype lessons, Zoom lessons, whatever you guys are interested, or if you're in the New Jersey, New York area, we can get together in person. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Enjoy the drums, enjoy the beat. Peace.